On a quiet coastal road, there was a small bench facing the sea. Every evening, an old man named Daniel sat there with a worn-out notebook. He never spoke much. He just watched the waves roll in, as if waiting for something only he understood. One day, a young girl named Lila noticed him. She came to that bench often too, escaping the noise of her life. Arguments at home, worries about school, and a loneliness she couldn't explain. At first they sat in silence. Days turned into weeks. The silence grew comfortable, almost like a shared language. Sometimes Lila would sketch in her notebook. Sometimes Daniel would gently smile at her drawings. One evening, curiosity finally broke the quiet. "Why do you come here every day?" Lila asked. Daniel looked at the ocean before answering. "I'm waiting for someone." Lila nodded, not wanting to pry further. Days passed and Lila noticed something else. Daniel's notebook was filled with letters, hundreds of them. Some were old, some newer. She accidentally saw one page. "My dear Anna, today the sea looked just like the day we promised forever." Lila realized then, he wasn't just waiting, he was remembering. Another evening, the sky turned orange and the wind carried a strange calm. Daniel opened his notebook, writing slowly. Lila watched quietly. "You can read it," he said softly. With hesitation, she took the notebook. It was filled with love letters, written to someone named Anna. Each page was a memory, laughter, promises, dreams of a life they planned together. At the end of the notebook, one page was different. It was dated a week ago. "If you're reading this, it means I didn't come home. But I want you to know something. I didn't wait all these years for nothing. You gave my life meaning, even after you were gone." Lila looked up, confused. "Gone?" she whispered. Daniel smiled gently, his eyes misty. "She passed away years ago. This bench, this sea, they were our place. I come here to keep her memory alive." A silence settled between them again, but it felt different now, warmer, heavier. Lila slowly closed the notebook. "She must have loved you very much." Daniel nodded. "And I her." For the first time, Lila reached out and held his hand. From that day on, she started coming to the bench, not just for herself, but for him too. She brought her own stories, her own dreams, and slowly the weight she carried began to lighten. Years later, the bench still stood there. And sometimes when the sun set just right, you could see a young woman sitting beside an old man, sharing stories with the sea, listening quietly. Because some connections don't end with goodbye. They just change the way they stay with us forever.